What's up, guys? So, oh, we are not focused. There we go. So, it is January 23rd, and we are still chasing after these does. And I'll tell you what, it seems like every single day I hunt them, they keep getting smarter and smarter. So, finally it's warming up here in Maryland. It is 41 degrees today. So we're pulling out the warmer boots because, you know, it's been super snowy. We're heading back to the same spot that we hunted the last couple days. We know that the deer are coming in there. We know that there's a couple nice bucks in the area. But again, we're not after those bucks. I would be completely fine if they drop their antlers and we don't get a shot at them. That's okay. Because the one's gonna be a giant next year. Already know it. There are a lot of does. We have to manage them. There's like groups of like 8 to 10 of them rolling in every single day. So, we're gonna get into the stand and give her another shot here in the late season. We have 8 days left of the season, so let's make it happen. All right, what's going on, guys? So, we just got set up and, you know, I kind of want to have a little tree stand talk. And as I hunt this stand specifically, I think I'm going to do a separate video on things to look out for when you're hunting suburban areas and places that not only are you hunting near people and their lives, but also areas that are kind of like this, rolling hills that lead out to main roads, spots where it just seems that a tree stand doesn't seem like it's the right spot no matter where you put it. Every time I hunt this set, I think about it. And I still have not picked the perfect set because it's an area where deer pretty much come from every direction, which is kind of a tough situation when it comes to the whitetail woods and figuring out the best strategies, especially to put a big buck down. Now, this area that I'm in, it's a lot of woods. You know, it's probably anywhere from 90 to 300 acres once you get to the other side of just pure hardwoods with neighborhoods in between. And a lot of these deer are used to a lot of the noises that you hear daily. Dogs, people blowing their car horn, people going out to their driveways, but they're also not dumb. You know, it's still a wild animal. So I'm going to do a separate video on strategies, and I'm going to use this specific set as an example because it's a place where I've gotten so close, but also 300 yards from this spot, I've killed some of my biggest bucks. And you're probably wondering, well, why don't you hunt there? And it's like, you know, I've gotten this access to 2 additional properties, and this was kind of a trial run in the late season to see where are the deer moving, what time are they moving, and is this more of an advantageous point? So, more to follow on that, but just something that I thought I'd bring up because it's something that I think about daily. Anywho, I need to move this set. That's what it comes down to. I've gotten pretty close, but the stand is just not tall enough. It's not in the spot that I really want it, even though it looked like it was when I was on the ground. So that's why a lot of the preseason prep is really important. You're always going to move sets depending on deer movement, trails, etc. But this one specifically, it's just been on my mind, and I thought I would just rant about it. So that's what I did. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. The does right here and the neighbors down here cutting wood. There's still deer right here. Alright, so a little bit of a mid-stand update. So as you saw, we just smoked pretty big doe. This story's kind of crazy, and I'll explain after the hunt why, but we still have about 30 minutes of daylight. So we're gonna sit it out until it gets dark, and then we'll go and get her. But we have 6 more does on this hill, about maybe 90 yards away. So we're gonna see if they work their way here, try and get a shot. We got 3 more arrows left. But anyways, the second ankle died. That's why I'm using my phone. But we're gonna sit tight and wait till it gets dark. See if something else comes. If it doesn't, whatever. But the story's kind of crazy, and it's suburban hunting at its finest. So can't wait to tell y'all about it. Straight through. So we made it happen finally on one of these does. We had deer everywhere tonight, and I still have to tell you about the story of just the situation here with a neighbor, but and I'll do that after the recovery. But I hit the deer pretty much perfect. Like I said, there's deer running everywhere all night. I seen like 12 deer tonight, and it's just too many does, so we had to take them out. And we finally, after like 10 sits, get one down. So we're gonna recover. I think I know where she fell, but I want to follow this blood anyways. It's pretty easy through the snow. So you can see the arrow is pretty much covered. I mean, it was only an 11-yard shot, so nothing too exciting, but let's get to tracking her. Here she is, and it looks like a fox already got to her, unfortunately, but we'll still be able to salvage a good amount of the meat. I mean, I didn't realize that there was so many tracks back here and that they were using this bottom the way that they were. Man, that's a big doe. That's a big doe. That's a big old slick head. January slick head. All right, guys, so I'm super pumped up about this because it's January 23rd. We only have 8 days left of the season, and we were finally able to stick a slick head. I've been chasing after these ladies for the last like 3 weeks, and they either bust me or they wind me or they come in a group and I can't draw my bow. It's always something. So I'm super fortunate to have put an arrow through her. I mean, it's divine intervention if I can stick a deer in general, but I will say I'm super, super happy, and this meat's gonna go to a good cause. I got a bunch of neighbors that have been wanting deer meat, you know, that give me the permission to hunt some of these spots in these suburban areas, and it just kind of closes out the season pretty well. I'm still gonna probably hunt. We have maybe 3 more days left that we're actually able to hunt this week out of the 8 of the season, and we're gonna try and get as many does as we can. Kind of a one-man show here, but we'll see what happens. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to making a lot of changes. I learned a lot this season when it comes to stand placement in a couple of these new places that I landed permission. So I'm going to kind of go back to the drawing board in the summertime and see where I can set myself up for the best success to shoot one of these big bucks that are running around here. Speaking of the big bucks, they should be dropping their antlers here probably in the next month. So be on the lookout for a shed hunting video. We are gonna basically hike all these hills that we have permission to hunt on. It's all private land, and we're gonna try and pick up the sheds of a couple bucks that we've been looking at. So super fortunate, super happy, and it's a good way to close out the January season and just overall the season in Maryland. So couldn't be happier. All right, guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for this video. First off, I want to say thank you so much for the support. For those of you that are subscribed,
If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. It's really going to allow this channel to grow. And check out the socials as well. But I will say, it has been a battle. I don't care what anyone says. Hunting suburban deer is still tough. Whether you have feed or corn, it doesn't matter. And I think these last 7 or 8 sits kind of show that. These does are smart, especially when they pile up late January. They're back in their groups. And the more eyes you have, the tougher it is. And that's just part of it. Then you add in the factors of neighbors coming out into the woods. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention the little last part of that story. So as soon as I get up in the tree, I seen a group of 6 does coming out from the road. And I knew they had crossed from one of the pieces that I have permission from. And this is very interesting because it shows an aspect of suburban deer. So the neighbor comes out. I was only in my stand for maybe 20 minutes, and the neighbor comes out into the yard and he starts chopping wood. And so, you know, these deer are used to seeing people, they're used to seeing dogs, but they will still keep their distance. And that's exactly what these deer did. So I'm glassing them on the hill. They're about 250 yards away, and they're just watching them. Watching them. Come to find out, the landowners feed the deer, but they do not care that I hunt them. Very interesting. And I do want to shout them out if they're watching this video, because I know the wife and the husband said they were going to watch the video. So if you're watching this, thank you for letting me hunt on your land. Also, I think it's hilarious that these deer are pretty much trained at this point. But that is not the group of does that we got the shot off. We were glassing them, and then we heard some footsteps behind us, and mature doe came in with 3 other ones, and we made a shot at 11 yards. So that's all she wrote. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for the support. We finally got it done in January. We're doing some doe management, and we're gonna finish out the season here strong. We're gonna maybe get 2 or 3 more sits in and try and get some more of these does out, because you know, I just spoke to a neighbor and they're really hitting cars, and they're just hitting the neighborhood hard with the population. So we're gonna hit back, and hopefully we can get some more of them out of here and do some prep work and shed hunting coming up for the following season. So catch you next week. Thanks.